Welcome back. Today we're going to be going over how to make a Kydex knife sheath for whatever knife you're making. I'm going to go over a little history, how I got to where I'm at today, and what I've bought over the years to make it really simple and easy on myself, and some of the hiccups I've had along the way, and what I do today to mitigate those. And I actually really enjoy making Kydex sheaths now. I like making them over leather, and there's a lot of cool things you can do with them. As you can see here, I've got this one stitched up with some cool leather with a thumb kick on it, and then a really cool belt tech lock holder for it. So let's jump in. So the knife we're going to be making a sheath for today is this knife. I really like this little knife. I made a batch of these a long time ago, and I mean a long time ago. This customer sent this one to me to get it sharpened up, cleaned up. He uses this thing every day, and he uses it a lot. So guys, if you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. Really appreciate it. We're trying to build this to 10,000 subscribers, and we're close. So share the videos with your friends. Very thankful for you guys. We're not going to be taping this knife up because, as you can see, it's already taped up. I'm going to be taping up one of these. This was from my last drop that I did. So I'm going to show you how I go about taping this knife and getting it ready for the Kydex. So what you're going to need to do this is a roll of blue masking tape and some scissors. Now you can use white colored masking tape, green colored masking tape. I don't really care. This is what we're going to do. We're going to lay out our knife. We're going to cut a piece of some masking tape almost double the size of the knife. I lay down the masking tape. Some people like to wrap the masking tape around the blade. I don't like doing that. Over the years I've just changed, and I just really don't like it. I don't think it's clean. So we've got .11 inches overall. So we're going to go to the point, 5.5 inches to the point. I'm going to click it down, make sure it's nice and smooth on there. Okay, so the other thing we're going to do with this kind of knife in particular, since it's got this choil and it's got this hollow here, when you compress the Kydex around the knife, it's going to really lock in right here and make this knife really hard to get out. We want this knife to be able to come out of the sheath, but also be able to retain as well. So what I use, and as you can see, I'm making a lot of these right now. What I like to use is this chalk looking marker right here, which is welder's chalk. I stick it in here. Now I'm going to fold this over. Gently making sure it gets on all the surfaces first. Okay, now I'm going to come around here very carefully and cinch around it. The next step is we're going to cut another piece the same length as this. This step you can skip if you're wanting a really tight retention on your knife. I like to have a little space in there, and so I'm going to add one more piece of tape. Now this comes from experience, just doing this over the years. How do I know it's one piece of tape? I've made a lot of mistakes making these Kydex sheaths like this. All right, and now since we want less retention here, more retention here, I'm going to go through and I'm just going to trim this up along the spine. Just like that. Clean. All right, so for this one, this is the pattern that I've chosen. It's just this really cool geogrid neon green and black sheath. Looks really cool, color pops, Goes good with the orange. I had another one that was orange and black, but I didn't want to do too much crazy amount of orange. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna place this on here. We're gonna take our knife and we're gonna just check and see how much space we need. For this knife, I wanna cover about halfway up to the tape almost. So as I can see here, this is not quite long enough for what I wanna do, but this one is. It's a little bit excess. This one would be good this way. We could do that. I'm gonna go with this one simply because I want the excess to be able to actually work with. The reason I'm cutting extra is because if you don't have the extra, it's gonna make it harder to work with the sheath. If you're trying to pinch pennies on the Kydex, you really probably shouldn't be doing that. The Kydex is real cheap. It's the work that goes into the Kydex that makes the sheath valuable. But I'm actually gonna give myself this piece, even though it's really big. I wanna just have enough piece to actually work with. So you just take a sharp knife and scribe a line like this. Doesn't have to be perfectly straight. Can be if you just need it to be. And then just pop it over the counter. It comes apart. Okay, we're gonna check it again. And this is actually the way we're gonna fold it. Plenty of room here, plenty of room on either side to make what I wanna make. So let's go ahead and get this into the oven and get it heated up. So when I'm heating up Kydex, one of the things that I do is I turn the temperature on first. I turn the oven on first so that it has time to heat up. During its heat up cycle, it has a tendency to get really hot really fast. And you want it to just a good even temperature for the time that it's in there. And I set mine to about 325. So while we're waiting for that Kydex to heat up, I want to talk about my press for a little bit. I bought this press from either it was knifekits.com or it was Holster Builder or Holstersmith. Most Kydex companies or people that sell Kydex will sell one of these Kydex presses. Now, you don't have to have this press starting out to make Kydex. Can't really remember what this press cost me. I've had it for a very long time, so it's been a really good press. Based off the look of it, you probably could even laser cut one of your own and bend the tabs in and paint it and glue these on, and you'd be good to go. The important thing that I like about this is this foam. This foam is a high density, it's resistant to heat, and it molds the Kydex really, really well. And then if I were to just leave this out here by itself overnight, this pretty much just clears up and goes back to normal. It doesn't keep these molds and these indentions in here, which will imprint themselves on the Kydex pattern if you use a lesser mold. Now that being said, I used crappy foam and boards when I first started. My Kydex sheaths were turning out okay. I've even used a pair of really cheap flip-flops. I don't recommend doing that, but it worked and the sheath turned out mediocre. I was happy with the sheath, but this has just produced a lot of really good results, even results. That being said, you can still mess it up if you put the sheath in here the wrong way or you don't pull your hand out quickly enough and you're not careful when you're placing in the sheath. You're a little rough, you're just kind of rough and tumbling, tossing it in, not making sure your knife is in there. That's a couple of things we really want to try to avoid when we're making this sheath. Now that being said, once this Kydex is heated up and I get it out of the oven, I'm going to take this knife, I'm going to place it in the sheath. I put the spine. Air compressors. It literally scared me. So it was a little scary. It's like, it just happened. So once we get this Kydex heated up in the oven, we're gonna take it out. We're gonna find about the halfway point. I'm gonna place this knife in there, spine touching the back. I'm gonna fold it over very carefully and I'm going to pinch it with my hand. I'm gonna place it into the press. I'm gonna quickly remove my hand, but carefully so I don't pull the Kydex over. I'm gonna close this and then I'm gonna cinch it down with the clamp. So when you're getting ready to do this, a couple things you're gonna want. You're gonna wanna have your press ready. You're gonna wanna have some gloves ready because the Kydex is really hot. Trying to do it with your hands is stupid. Don't do that. And you're gonna wanna have your clamp ready. What I like to do is right now, if you look at this clamp, I don't have enough space to set the blade in there. So what I'm gonna do is space it so I can slip it on there with the blade in there, and then all I have to do is quickly clamp down. When you pull this Kydex out of the oven, it is rapidly cooling, and you have to get this into the press very quickly, very smoothly. I'll show you what I mean. I put that Kydex in there, and it went by about a minute, and the stuff is already moldable and ready for me to fit the knife around. That's what I was saying when it happens fast, it happens fast. So we're gonna let this cool for about 10 minutes in the mold itself. You do not want this hot or even still flexible when you take it out of the mold. Warm is fine, but if we take it out of the mold and it's still hot and it's still bending, when you get done making the sheath, it's not gonna have the retention that you want. Let it cool off, then work it. We're not in a rush. 10 minutes, honestly, not that long. So here it is, out of the oven. Next thing I'm going to do, once again, take one of my welding chalks, and I'm just going to trace around, which is going to be actually my cut pattern that I want to follow when I'm cutting out the sheath. A couple things you want to avoid. You want to make sure you avoid the choil, the sharpening notch, and the edge, because we're going to have to put rivets in here. So again, go big. We can always sand down. So guys, this is a bandsaw. I use a bimetal blade because this cuts metal and it cuts wood and it cuts G10 and it cuts Kydex. This is what we're gonna use to cut out our Kydex. Now we're going to use a 120 grit on a 2x48 to clean it up. You can use a 1x30 or a 2x72, doesn't really matter. But I like the 120 grit because it doesn't really dig too deep into the Kydex and I still get a good, just clean finish on it. So now that we've got clean edges, I'm gonna go lay out and drill my holes for where my grommets are gonna go and my sheath clip is gonna go. So guys, here I have my dies for my eyelets. I've got my knife and I've got the sheath. You're gonna put the knife in the sheath. Good click, like the sound. We're gonna start from the furthest one, okay? It's pretty simple. These little dies, as you can see here, they've got the ring for the eyelet. It just fits in like this. And this side has a punch, and then the same thing over here. So it slips through and it clamps this down as you press into it. I believe I got these on the same place I bought the press, either knifekits.com or Holstersmith. This might have been USA Made Knife Maker too. Place them in. Give it a good punch. Grab it, see if it twists. Now we're gonna go to the next one. Next. Now on that last one, I didn't go as hard as I could because one of the things I'm watching out for is making sure this knife doesn't get too tight. We want a good pop. This is the one that will get you right here, this last one. Now if we did this right, this should have retained a good retention all the way around. And that's perfect. It's exactly what I wanted. Good, good retention. The only thing left to do is I'm gonna curl this real quick. So I'm gonna use my heat gun over here and I'm gonna curl this up. I'm gonna heat this part up and then curl it up in the knife. And then I'll put my clip on it and we have a really cool knife sheath. Guys, I thought I was recording and I wasn't. My apologies. However, turned out really good. So now we got a way to pull the knife out. I even cleaned that out and there's still a little dust on it. But clicks in really good. We didn't lose any retention. I've got a cool little thumb notch. Let us push the knife out. So, sweet. Let's put the clip on. So check it out. There you have it. Really cool fit. Good clip. Comes up. I can hook it down here in my side pant right here. Out of the way, out of my pockets. I wanted to put my hands in my pockets. I got it down here. I got my thumb notch. Comes out real easy. Click it back in. Does not come out easy though, which is good, okay? We've got good retention on it through the screws here and through the grommets. Wear it up here. Clears your belt so when you sit down it doesn't poke you too bad. I like it. All in all, I think it's a win. Hit that like and subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. We're at about 8,800 subscribers and I'd really like to make it to 10,000. Kind of a little goal of mine. It'd be really cool. So there's the knife sheath itself. It looks great. It looks clean. All of the tools I used in this video today can be purchased from knifekits.com or Holster Builder. No, this is not a sponsored video today. I just really like their products and I use them. I don't have any links to them, so you're just gonna have to go to the website and find it for yourself. The grommets, the Kydex, the clips, the finishing wheels. I think they even sell sanders there on their website. If you really wanted to just jump in and do Kydex for people, you could do that too. This is what's considered a taco style sheath. So it's a very simple design, but for making a knife that you're going to go hunting with, EDC carry, I've used this method for Bowie knives. They make it's a really simple, easy design, hard to screw up, and it's just good. I like it. Making it for tools, things like that you're gonna carry and wear in a bag. This clip is awesome. It opens up like this, and then the fabric goes in here, and it just clicks down. Really cool design, really like it. Yeah, all in all, I think this is an awesome clip, and I think the customer is gonna be really happy with it. So, see you in the next video.